Hi there, it's Elaine here. So today I thought we would do June's collage challenge hosted by Julie and Lee from Lee's Art Studio and Art and Junk Journals with Julie. It's the hashtag 2022 collage challenge June. Now I completely forgot that, or just never realised that the first Wednesday of June was the 1st of June, which was last week. So I wasn't prepared at all, and then I was hoping to sort of do it over the weekend, and I was struggling to find bits and pieces that I wanted to use, but I think I've got there in the end. So we've got retro as the aging period this time, autumn and fall, purple or lilac colour, ledger, receipt, invoice form or brochure paper. Image or focal is a place, building, architecture, door or window. Marks, splashes, random paint, marks or gesso, and I'll probably be using gesso because I'm gonna, this is an ledger paper which I'm going to work on, and I've got my Gertie and Flo junk journal out. Shapes is the Asterisk. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do for that yet. And the swap bonus is handwriting, letter or postcard, and I'm using a postcard. So what have I got today? So I'm going to work across this page, which is the ledger paper, onto this page because it wasn't quite, and this wasn't quite enough for what I wanted to do. So I'm going to go with the 50s theme. I had a bit of trouble getting the lilac or purples really. So what I've done is I've got a bit of purple in this, and this is obviously a doorway into a diner, 50s diner in America. I believe it's in Nevada. I've got some retro adverts that I've pulled out. I have a 50s digital kit from, I know I should have wrote the name down because I can't remember what it's called now. I'll put it up on the screen because no, it's completely gone, and it's not one I've used before. It's just that I actually found this particular kit, and as I like 50s and stuff, I thought, well, you know, here we are. So I've got the car, which is a green, and she's sort of got a purpley skirt on with blue and green, and they all seem to go together fairly well. This is like a journal page that you could put in your journal. I've only used this half because she's got some purple in her green dress. Her green dress matches the car and his t-shirt, his shirt. And I just thought I would use those sorts of bits. I've got a postcard and I've got some autumn leaves on there, which personally I wasn't sure whether I was going to use it or not, and I'm kind of gonna, I like the postcard part at the top here, and so I'm just going to sort of tuck it behind here. I might gesso the page just to tone down, because there's quite a lot of writing on this page. It kind of covers the handwriting a bit as well as the ledger paper, so I've hit quite a few there with just these few items. So the retro is this stuff, obviously. That's the autumn, purple lilacs here and there, ledger paper. The building is a doorway, obviously, to a building. I will gesso the paper, and I've just got to work out asterisks and stars, which I might just draw them on, I don't know, or paint them on or something. So I don't particularly want to do splashes because I'm mainly using paper pieces, collaging. I do have an extra little bit of handwriting if I do want to tuck that in. I'll see if I want to use that. But this is basically, you know, what I'm going to go with. And more or less, that's the layout as well. So I'm going to gesso the page. And I think you don't really need to see me gessoing the page. So I'll come back when I've done that and it's dry. I'll be back in a moment. Right, I've dried that. I think it's smudged the blue a little bit. Obviously the pen isn't a very good pen that they used back in whenever it was. Right, so we're going to stick that on there, and I want this to go across the page, because otherwise I can't get everything on. Here's my postcard, which I'm sort of going to tuck in there a little bit. Don't know whether the orange clashes a bit, but never mind. I wasn't going to have the autumn really, but I might tear around this a little bit closer. I don't like all that white edging. Take that bit off. Take this little bit off here. And down here. As I don't take any bits of the car itself off, it'll be alright. That's a bit better. A bit more the shape of the car. Oh, there we go. It was obviously a Hillman. I think I've just mucked up my fingernail. I was going to paint them, but we never got round to it, and I think I'll have that on the tip. Where's me people dancing with their beech nut gum? Long lasting flavour. There we are. We'll tuck them under there like that. That seems to fit on alright, doesn't it? Now I'm not quite sure whether I want anything else. I've got to do the asterisks or star, and we'll start a gluing. We will start a glue in. So I'm going to put this one on first because it's taken up the whole page. So I hope you're all well, and I would like to welcome some of my new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing, and I hope you enjoy watching. I had a bit of a funny weekend. Today is Monday, and we had a big weekend this weekend. I don't know if some of you know, but if you're English you'll know. The Queen celebrated her 70th year on the throne, Platinum Jubilee, so there's been lots of celebrations here in the UK, and I think it's got to go on last, but I've got a place. I don't need that one for a minute. These have both got to go underneath it, so I need to put that down where I want it to start with. So I'll put that there, and I think that will go in there, so that can go there. So they're in the place they need to be. I kind of prefer doing it this way because then I know, because I end up when I've done it in the past, that I've ended up putting them just in the wrong place, because by the time you take it all off and then try and put it back again, and because I'm a little bit particular, shall we say, I just like it to, I like to cover up little holes, so things, you don't end up with a tiny little gap here, for instance. So I'm sort of quite careful, and obviously I need it to go on to that page. I don't want it hanging off. So, you know, this has to be in the right place. So I need to crease that down there. Put a little fold in it, so we know where that's going. We could actually put that on there, and then I can carry on gluing these ones over here. Fold that there like that. Have I? No, I need a bit more under there. And you don't have to have every single tiny bit stuck down, as long as the body is stuck. I'm not one for gluing every single tiny piece. Sometimes you need these little bits sticking up, because if you want to add something, you can tuck it underneath without, whenever I've ended up really sticking everything down, I've always regretted it, because I think, oh, I think I might just put that on. Oh, I can't get that up now. So, and then I get frustrated because I can't do what I want it to do. But the thing is, when it goes under something else, it's the bit on top that needs to be fairly well stuck down, because otherwise it sticks up. I wasn't sure whether I was going to ink that. It's too late now, isn't it, really? And I haven't got any coloured inks up here, because I was going to do it in lilac-y colour. Oh, never mind. I didn't bring my pens and stuff up. That's a bit of a pain. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue the section here down. So most of it's done. And the car's going down here somewhere, I think. The thing is, if you're going to leave it sort of with a gap, then you need it to look like it's supposed to be there. But the last thing you need is a tiny little triangle that hasn't, oh, I've just missed it, you know. So let me just take that off a minute. That's right. Quite a lot of white on that bit where I've torn it out. I'll probably end up doing exactly what I don't want to do and leave a little gap, because I'm daft. Oh, just about got away with it, look. So I'm going to stick that bit down, and then I think I will stick this bit down here. I suppose, you know, it's up to you. You've got to do your collaging or whatever the way you want, really. And if it doesn't suit other people, well, it's up to them, innit? I'm going to stick that under there, because I kind of ended up chopping his head off. Poor little guy, he's got his head chopped off. So I think I'm kind of going to put him under there a bit, so it looks like it's on purpose. That's a bit cheeky, isn't it? I think what I'll do is I will stick all of this down. Because this one's on the top. We'll put him under there, like that. There we go. I'm hoping the gesso's dry enough for it to stick, but I might not have done that very well. And we'll stick that bit down on the top of his head. Here we are. So, coming along quite nicely, isn't it? I just need my asterisks or stars now. So I need to get a pen of some sort. So I'll have to be right back. So I had a little bit of a brainwave and I thought, washi tape. That's up here anyway. I keep most of my washi tape up here. And so I found some stars and I found some with this sort of, and I found some lilac-y type of washi tape. So I think I can add my stars doing that. So I'm going to put some washi tape on the page and we'll have our stars. Quite like that down there. I'm just going to go all the way along there like that. Maybe actually I will glue it. I took the lid off as well to do it. Right, let's see if we can put some on there like that. Ooh. Chop that bit off. I've got my Tim Holtz scissors here, they'll do. So that's that one. And where should we put some stars? It's only a little thin one, but it's stars. It's all I need, isn't it? I think it may have come out of a Your Creative Studio box, I think. There's some stars. Oh yes, I like that. Right. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this bit down now because I'm not going to put anything under there, I don't think. I'm going to go along the edge of the page or something. Now I've got glue up my nails. Lovely, that's what I need. I'm not quite sure if I want to use this one or not. It has got purple in it. As I say, like that green as well. Maybe, let's see. It's one of those ones that have got different, oh, that's not, it's getting a bit old actually, this one. I'm not using it enough. It's getting a bit, I think the trouble is being up here is the window's directly in front of me, and so my desk is in full sort of sunlight. But it's quite a dark room until about, I don't know, 4 in the afternoon. And so of course it sits really, I did have them in the window and I thought, oh no, some of them were deteriorating. So I have moved them and I kind of, they're over to my left and they're up against the wall, and I have my sort of papers that I put behind, you know, when I was doing the gesso, that sort of papers. I have them sort of sitting across the top of them, so they're not in direct sunlight as such, but it looks like this one's deteriorated a bit. I did hear that if you put them in the freezer and freeze them, it resets the glue and hopefully it starts to work again. It's just ripping because the glue's stuck to the one underneath. Right, I'm going to give it one more go. If I can just get that sort of top layer off, then I might get it to work. Talk amongst yourselves. Let's see if I can do it like this. Take a big chunk off at once. I'll just throw that bit away. There we are. I think I've done it. I think once I've got it going, it'll be alright now. Yeah, there we are. So it's quite pretty. It sort of matches her dress, really. But where to put it? Where to put it? Be nice along here, but I don't know whether I want lots of it. Let's see, shall we? Shall we break it down the middle? That's quite nice, isn't it? It's quite sticky. Don't want that bit. Well, I've got it going anyway. Lost a bit on the way, but never mind. This is quite, I think it came out of your creative studio, this one. It's really thin. I've got quite a few. Or my daughter, she liked having little thin tapes. When she sort of when she was at uni, she used to have a go at bougeoing, bullet journaling. But now I think I might have some up here. This purpley one. I can feel this one's not as sticky, so I'll put some glue on that one. Put that up there. Oops, it's gone off the edge. Mind your hair. Mind your hair, love. Mind your hair. It's my dodgy speak. I don't come from London, but where I live, Luton especially, you know, people do talk a little bit that way all around this area. Talk a little bit sort of Londony. Londonified. I like those, they're nice, aren't they? They're really lifting the edges and that, aren't they? Don't you think? I wish you could talk to me. I'm rattling on all on my own in here. And you can't answer me. It's no good, is it? I'm going bonkers. I'm sure my neighbours think I'm a bit mad. Chatting away to myself. Actually, my neighbours are pretty good. One side is empty because they're trying to sell it. The chap who used to live there died, and they've had they rented it out for a while, and then through the pandemic, I think it was a Polish couple used to be in there for a while, and then suddenly they disappeared. And the for sale sign went up. So I thought, oh, they're obviously getting around to selling it now that things are moving a bit more. Let's just burnish that down a bit. The thing is with washi tape, as long as you really stick it down, it usually stays pretty well. Oh. I don't know whether you can see what I'm doing, but it's not that exciting, I suppose, but I've got to keep you entertained, haven't I? Right, so we've got that, and that. Do I want some down here to balance it out a little bit? I think I do. I think we'll go with a bit of all of them down this side because it's a bit wider. So we'll do a little bit like that. I'm not going to rip it this time. Finish that down. And then Oh, here it is. Do this one. It's gone really cold. That's why I've got my jumper on. Well, it's a jacket really. I've got a t-shirt on and my jacket. It's like April again, because in April we had quite nice weather in April, and it was quite warm. Oh, I didn't put any glue on that one, did I? Oh, let's do a bit of that. And it's gone really cold again now. We had a lot of rain over the weekend, and they had a party at the palace. Was Saturday night. We watched that. That's the concert with all of the most of the singers were British, I think. But the headliner was Diana Ross. She hasn't sung in concert or of any sort for about 15 years apparently. And I must admit, she had a bit of help getting onto the stage because she had a big fluffy dress, which was really lovely. I loved it. It was black and white, but it was lovely. So I don't know if any of you Australian ladies, whether you did any celebrating over there, as our queen is your queen. And I don't know whether the Americans would know about Our Lady being 70 years on the throne. But I'm kind of a royalist. I do like the royal family, except for one or two of them. You know, there's one in disgrace, obviously, which I think is terrible. There we are. Let's speak about that. And another one that I'm not too keen on. What do you think? Have we done enough? We've got stars now anyway, haven't we? I couldn't think of anything that I would have stars for. And then suddenly I looked up over to my left. I thought, washi tape, I'm bound to have some stars in washi tape. Got some nice red and orange and a lovely black and silver one. But I thought they weren't really, well, they go with the autumn, but they don't go with the rest of the spread really. So I decided not to use those. And they look quite nice, don't they? They sort of suit the scheme. And we've got our stars. And I think we can, I think it finished it off quite nicely, because I was a bit thinking, oh, I'm not sure if it's that finished off. Didn't really look complete. And yeah, I think that's done a nice job really. So let's just check, shall we, that we've done everything. So we've got retro. Yeah, I think we've pretty much covered that, haven't we? The theme, I've got the autumn, but I've not gone with the whole theme. Colour is purple, and we've just got it splashed about here and there, various purples. That's more sort of a lilac colour really. This is more of a different type of purple. And she's got a bluey purple in her dress. And ledger paper, which we've done it on. And the building with the door. And we've got gesso on the page. And we've got stars. And I used a postcard for the autumn thingy bob. So we've used a bit of everything. So that's good. I'm a bit happier now, because I wasn't sure what to do to make it look a little bit more complete. So yeah, that's quite nice, isn't it? So hope you liked my little retro collaging. Take them out the way. Put that away. Take the thingy off now. Don't need that anymore. Put that on the front of the book. And I think we're done. I hope you enjoyed watching. Don't forget to hit the like button if you did enjoy watching, and if you're new here, please consider subscribing, and I hope to see you again very soon. So keep well, stay safe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.